Good morning, girls. This is Dr. Kiran Deshwal, Assistant Professor English, BZD Government Girls College, Shapura. Today, I will teach you roots composed by Smith Chugtai. This is the continuation of our previous videos which I have shared on WhatsApp group and YouTube link. So, let us begin or let us pick up from where we have left. We left our story on page number 61 where we were reading or the writer was discussing the relationship before this day. So open page number 61 paragraph 3rd. We know that today when Chabba returned after the fight, he was fitted as a crusader, a Marde Ghazi having won a battle. Everyone was asking him about his daring acts. Only Amma was mute because it is painful for her. As she had been from the 15th of August, when the tricolour was hoisted on the roof of Dr. Sahib's house and the Muslim League flag on ours. There is a difference between these two flags. There was a chasm miles wide. It separated these two families. We have imagery. The chasm widened, and then when the in-laws of Nirmala arrived from Bhagalpur in a half-dead state, the chasm became filled with venom-spewing snakes. So, became poisonous when Choti Bhabhi sent word that her son had a stomach ailment. Sheila Bhabhi drove the servant away. So there is a comparison and contrast between the situations of after and before. What happened before, whenever a word was sent for medical help, Dr. Sahab and his daughter-in-law came running. But today, when Choti Bhabhi sent word that her son had a stomach ailment, Sheila Bhabhi drove the servant away. She didn't come. No one made any comment because it was self understood that there was a fight and this is the result of that fight. Neither did anyone speak about one's ailment in the house. Bari Bhabhi forgot her fits of hysteria and began to pack up her belongings in haste. Now they have decided to leave this place. Don't touch my trunk. But Amma is steadfast. She don't want to move. Don't touch my trunk. Amma at last broke her silence. She was silent since 50th of August, but as soon as her trunk was touched, she ordered not to touch her trunk. Everyone was stunned. Everyone was stunned because they were surprised. What is this? Does Vilamba stay here? So she asked, aren't you coming with us? Bare Bhai asked sharply. No. Do you think I will go to die among those Sindhis? God's curse on them. They wander about in flowing burqas and pajamas. So, Amma is deeply rooted with the culture of this place, with the traditions of this place. She don't want to move anywhere. Why doesn't she go to the younger son in Dhaka? Why should she go to Dhaka? Those head hunting Bengalis need rice in their hands and then slurp it down. So there is a difference between eating habits and dressing sense. So which is not liked by these people. Taunted Mumani B. Sanjay Bhai's mother-in-law. Then go and stay with Farida at Rawalpindi. Khala suggested. There are suggestions and arguments where Amma will stay. Tauba, may Allah save us from the Punjabis. They speak like denizens of hell. Their voices sound. My taciturn Amma was rather voluble that day. On that day, she was speaking, she was giving her opinions. Eh, Bua, you are acting like a woman who would rather sit in the wilderness than seek shelter in anyone's house. They are surprised why Amma doesn't want to go anywhere. AB, stop throwing tantrums as though the emperor has invited you, sending his elephants and black horses to pick you up. That why are you stubborn? You are not? Why you are adamant? Will King come to take you? In spite of the grim atmosphere, peals of laughter rang out. Amma's face fell further. Stop behaving like children, Sardar Ali, the leader of the National Guards, reprimanded. He shouted at them and asked them to stop this nonsense. You are talking nonsense. Do you want us to stay back and get killed? You all go. As for me, where shall I go at this age? Amma is reluctant. She is not willing to leave her house. You all go. She orders them to go. She says that all of you can go. As for me, as for it's my question, where shall I go at this age? I will stay here. At the end, do you want your ruin at the hands of these Kafirs? They suggest if you don't want to go to those Sindhis, Punjabis, or Bengalis, you will be killed here. You will be killed by these Kafirs. Kafir is here referred for non-Muslim people. Khala B kept count of her luggage. She was packing her luggage and was keep counting. Along with gold and silver, she also stuffed bone powder, dry fenugreek, and multani mitti in bundles. She was taking them along with such care as though the sterling reserves in Pakistani banks would fall without them. It is very humorous. The writer wants to convey that she compares the belongings or luggage packed by Halabi with the silver and gold in the banks of Pakistan. Getting angry and on her action, Bare Bhai is very angry, very annoyed. Getting angry, Bare Bhai threw away these bundles 3 times, but she screamed so loudly it was as if Pakistan would become poor without this wealth. Again, here we have uh, humor in these sentences. It's very funny. Eventually, one had to take out the cotton from the mattress soaked with children's urine and pack them in bundles. Everything is packed. Utensils were stuffed into gunny bags, beds dismantled and their legs tied together with rope. Right before our eyes, the well equipped house slowly turned into misshapen bundles and boxes. So, here we have imagery of a well settled house turning into bundles or luggages or boxes or bags. Now the luggage seemed to have grown legs and danced through the house. Whole of the house was packed in bags and boxes. Amma's trunk, however, rested immobile. It was her order not to touch that trunk, so it remained immobile. If you have decided to die here, no one can stop you. Bhai Sahib said finally. Finally, Bhai Sahib said that if Amma is adamant, if Amma don't want to move, we can't do anything. If she has decided to die here, what can we do? We cannot stop her and we cannot help her anymore. And my simple, innocent looking Amma stared at the sky with her wandering eye. She was waiting for a hope. She was waiting for a ray of hope. She was expecting that may God send her some help or hope, as though asking herself, who could kill me and when? I'm waiting for that time. I'm waiting for death. Amma has become senile. She is not all there, Manjle Bhai whispered. What does she know how the Kafirs have tortured innocents? At least life and property will be safe if we have a land of our own. So they are planning to move to Pakistan, but Amma don't want to go anywhere. She want to remain here because she is deeply rooted with this place, with the traditions of this place, with the culture of this place. If my taciturn Amma, that's why Amma is called taciturn. She is adamant, had a sharp tongue. Now she is tongue tied. Now she is silent, so she is not answering their taunts and their tantrum and their questions and their suggestions. She would have retorted. So the writer is perturbed. The Amma is perturbed and confused. If she had a sharp tongue, she would have retorted, "What is this strange bird called our land? To which land you are calling your land? Tell me, where is that land? This is the place where one was born, and if this is not yours, the strange land, how can that be yours?" So here we have a rhetorical question, and we will be continuing our next video. Thanks for watching.